Part 9. All right, so this is part 10 of who did I have kids with? All right, so December of 2021, I had to take my kids.
And that's why I say she could have made the transition extremely easy on her children, and she didn't. She did not have to just go in December and drop them kids off. She could have, you hear what she said, it was October. She found out before October that he got custody. So she literally could have moved to Texas. She had months. She could have moved to Texas. She could have taken her children to Texas before the drop off day and spent time with her kids in Texas and then left and be like, it's okay. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm not leaving forever. I'll be back in 2 weeks to see y'all. Come see your kids in 2 weeks. I'll be back in 2 weeks to see y'all. Come back and see your kids in 2 weeks. Don't worry, babies. I'll be back in 2 weeks to see y'all and come back and see your fucking kids if you didn't just move there. Y'all, she didn't do any of this. When I tell y'all she made that transition so horrible with her children, oh my gosh. Them poor babies.
Kids and drop them off in Texas, okay? Mind you, there's no communication. The father of my children is not speaking to me. We are not on talking terms. I don't know what's going to happen with my kids. There's no speaking. There's none. Mind you, when I had the kids, yes, I went through a little phases here and there where I didn't want to speak to him because I was still hurt. But he still knew what was going on. He still knew how to reach me. I would answer my phone. I was always there to talk about the kids if he needed to. At this point, he was not speaking to me. He would not say no words to me. So I had absolutely no idea where my kids were going. Mind you, he is with this lady that he cheated on me with. She hates me because he cheated on her with me. He wouldn't leave me alone. So she absolutely hates me. Her family hates me. My ex's family hates me. They've never liked me. It's like really his mom's side that doesn't like me, but honestly, his whole family doesn't like me. And they actually did not like me because of me being mixed as well. It's really messed up. And if you don't believe me, I have proof of that. So yeah, it was just a mess. It was so toxic. And my kids were basically being thrown into a super toxic situation. Please stop. That the judge had no idea exactly what he was doing. Anyway, I dropped my kids off. It was the hardest day of my life. I was pregnant. I was emotional. I was a mess. But I had to do what I had to do. From that point, it was nothing. Stop. Sorry, guys. It was nothing but games. Nothing but games. My conversations were cut short. I was pretty much just completely disregarded as the mother. I had no say-so in anything. Everything was stripped away from me. And going from making all of the decisions, because since people want to blame me for my kids missing school, like they didn't have a father present, that's fine. But like I took, like you blame me for everything, I'll also say that I had most of the control, or the control over where the kids went to school. Normal mother shit, which you guys act like, once again, you don't understand as a mother. Of course we want to be in control. They're our kids. We birthed them. And especially if we're active mothers, that's what we do. But I was wrong for feeling the way I was feeling. But anyway, like I said, everything was stripped from me. I didn't even know where my kids were half the time. So this whole transition for me was devastating, to say the least. This broke me down, okay? I don't know how I made it through this. I don't, other than the fact that I was pregnant. And thank God I was pregnant, because I don't think I would have made it through. I don't think a lot of mothers would make it through this. So, it is what it is. But I did. I made it through. Okay, at this point, I've hired 2 lawyers. I'm trying everything to get the kids back. But our efforts don't matter. Nothing matters at this point. So what do I do? You know,
Hey everybody's y'all. We are in part 10 of Who the Did I Have Kids With? Liv's life is trying to go viral over on TikTok, y'all, and we are bringing it to YouTube, live and direct with your host, Queen Blama, and more. Make sure y'all smack that likety like button.
fast forward to, I believe, 2022. I had my son in March, and I moved back to Texas from Florida because I couldn't bear being away from my children. And I moved back to Texas in, I think it was like October, November, maybe, so I don't know, the end of the year I moved back of 2022. And I was just trying my best to be in their life. Of course, he wouldn't tell me.
So y'all understand she dropped her kids off in December. She didn't move to Texas until what she said was November. Dropped her kids off in December, didn't decide to move with them until November.
Where my son played practice because he didn't want me to go to the practices. Phone, I was always being hung up on by the girlfriend. There was games. There was so much disrespect. Just plain disrespect. And of course, I was disrespectful too. Because as a mother, I feel like we deserve respect first. And then us as real women, we give respect back. But those are my kids. You should respect me. And that's how it happens. You know, when your ex gets in a relationship, that woman should respect you, ladies. Make sure that happens because they're the new person coming into the situation. But like I said, all of this was on me because I didn't demand the respect from the jump. This is why they were able to play so many games and play with me the way that they did. But like I said, I was just trying to be the cordial person. My armpits are hairy. I was trying to just be the cordial person, be the person who's just like, you know, leaving a person alone. Like I was just trying to leave him alone in the beginning. Like, do your thing, bro, and let me do my thing. But I could never do my thing. It was always a problem when Liv tried to move on. It was always a problem when I tried to have a life outside of him and being done with him. That was a problem. But fast forward, I'm living in Texas. Still trying to get my kids back, y'all. I'm still trying to get more time with my kids. I'm supposed to be paying over $1,000 in child support, but during this time, he has got on social media multiple times and blasted me, like tried to expose me. Because remember, I'm a content creator. That's what I did. And he literally got on there with his girlfriend multiple times and bashed me. I have proof of that. Said horrible things about me. Me too. I've done it too. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, that I'm innocent, nothing like that. But he knew that's what I did for work. Never once did I go to his job and try to get him fired. Like how he came to my job and purposely badmouthed me to the internet and turned a lot of people against me when it's like, it was just really wrong. And on top of it, his girlfriend and her family and him were feeding the internet my information. So people that were against me on his side were making videos about me, tormenting me, harassing me with business about my kids, about our interactions, you know, because every time I'm speaking to my kids, I'm on speakerphone. These people are listening to our conversation. And I say these people, him and his girlfriend, are listening, monitoring every single phone call that I have with my kids. I have proof of that as well. Remember, anything that I say in this video, I can back up with proof. Okay, so don't think I'm just speaking. No, this actually happened. All of this mistreatment was actually happening. So, I move back and forth a lot because, once again, I'm not making money. At some point, I stopped getting paid off YouTube entirely. So, I'm like screwed. Excuse me. My channel gets demonetized because of the hate, because of the backlash, because of the trolling, because of the reporting of my channel gets fully demonetized. And I can no longer pay my bills. So I had to move once again from Texas back to Florida because I needed help. But all this time, I'm still trying to get my kids, right? And I have this child support stacking up against me because I'm not able to pay it. He knows that I cannot pay it. Like, he knows this. I've told him I cannot pay this. Every single time I get my kids, and I want, I've come to the point, you guys, where I've realized that, and I always thought this, but he just didn't go about it the right way. This was not done correctly. We should have always had 50-50, 1 week on, 1 week off. That is the proper way to raise children. And I've always said that to him since this situation has happened. I'm like, I can't give you child support, but I am being taken care of by my kids, by my people. So I'm like, just give me the kids longer. I'm in Texas. Give me the kids half the time. I don't.
Y'all see how she called herself real quick? I'm being taken care of by my people. Child, she was about to say by her kids' fathers. She forgot she announced that AJ got a different daddy. Lying. Oh. Mm-mm.
I don't have to pay you. You don't have to pay me. We don't have to do this game.
She don't realize how dangerous TikTok is. Like, she on here lying, talking about being demonetized as if TikTok is not going to instantly find out and instantly prove her wrong. I can't wait till they chew this hoe up and spit her out.
Game anymore, but no, he won't take me off child support. He wants the money to keep stacking up against me. He wants to ruin my credit. He wants me to be in debt. He wants me to basically live in fear, and the fact that he can try to put me in jail, which, by the way, he is now currently trying to put me in jail behind child support, because to this day I still can't pay it. I pay what I can. I pay a couple $100s a month, but I have literally, look, I moved back to Florida and now I'm back in Texas.
She lying, y'all. Like, I haven't seen her record in the last 30 days, but before then, she hadn't made a payment since I think it was May. I think it was it March or May?
Okay, because I got my finances situated as far as like who's paying my bills. I have another baby. So I have 3 baby daddies. Yes, I do. And that's just the way my life went. Okay. And stop it, Jay. But I've cried to him and I told him, please just take this child support off my back, because I don't want to be taken out of my kid's life. Like, that's ridiculous. My kids have been through so much. Why are you going to put me in jail when you can just give me more time? I'll see you for part 11.